Yes.
It really doesn't matter.
For the Spurs,
what it comes down to is LeBron James and MJ, like Kendrick Perkins said, they eating at the same dinner table. All I'm saying is that they eating at the same dinner table, but it ain't MJ.
As far as LeBron and Michael, if Michael played in this era, he'll average 50.
Hold on. You said LeBron James the greatest player ever?
Ever.
What about Michael and Kobe?
But the greatest player to ever play this game is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And we are dismissive of Kareem because every single stat that you throw up, he's at the top.
For me, Skip, what he's been able to do, how he's been able to do it, and for as long as he's been able to do it, LeBron James is the best player in my opinion.
I'm going to give you one last chance to stop being so blasphemous, Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan or LeBron James, better, who are you going with?
Well, I'm going to go with Michael Jordan.
Okay.
But statistically, LeBron James is a better basketball player.
It's never gonna end, is it? The age-old GOAT debate. It's like a never-ending cycle. And now it feels like it's become a daily ritual for basketball fans everywhere. But what if I told you the unending GOAT debate finally has an answer? No more barbershop arguments full of nuance. No more biased Twitter takes. Just straight-up cold, hard math delivering the verdict. And the results? Well, let's just say you're in for a surprise. Who's the real GOAT? We did the math. See, for decades, the NBA GOAT debates divided basketball fans across the world. You hear it all the time. On TV, on Twitter, in barbershops, everyone's got an opinion. Who's the greatest player of all time? And as always, the debate circles back to a select few legends whose dominance and skill set them apart. For many, the conversation starts and ends with Michael Jordan. His airness, the alleged GOAT. The man whose 6 rings, generational skill set, and legendary stories, like those told in The Last Dance, make his case undeniable. Sure, younger fans didn't get to watch him live, but his impact is everywhere. From his game-changing performances to his sneaker empire, Jordan didn't just play basketball, he owned it. But then there's LeBron James, the king. The man who's redefined longevity and consistency in a way the NBA's never seen. He entered the league with impossible expectations and somehow exceeded all of them. His all-around dominance has convinced an entire generation that he's the greatest ever. And the wildest part? He's still not finished. Of course, no GOAT debate's complete without mentioning Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, a player who inspired millions with his relentless work ethic, flawless footwork, and killer mentality. For many, Kobe wasn't just a player, he was a way of life. But the list doesn't stop there. The old heads bring up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, whose skyhook made him the all-time leading scorer. Wilt Chamberlain, who put up numbers that sound like myths. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, whose rivalry defined an era. And countless others who made their mark on the game. The truth about the GOAT debate is that everyone's got their pick. But here's the problem. It almost always comes down to one thing: bias. If you grew up watching Jordan dominate in the 90s, he's probably your greatest of all time. If you're a fan of pulling up from 30 feet, maybe Steph Curry's your GOAT. Suppose you've followed LeBron's journey from his rise at St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron to becoming one of the most durable and versatile players the NBA's ever seen. In that case, his unmatched mix of athleticism, skill, and longevity might make him your top choice. And if championships are the only thing that matters to you, then Bill Russell, with his 11 rings, might be your guy. But here's the thing, bias cuts both ways. How many times have you heard someone dismiss LeBron and attribute his success to simply playing more games? Or say Jordan doesn't deserve the crown because of his early playoff exits, or his decision to chase a baseball dream? Maybe you've seen people minimize Curry's impact because he had the luxury of playing alongside other all-time greats, or downplay Kobe's 5 rings because Shaq was there to dominate the paint. The truth is that we all bring our own perspectives to the table. We emphasize what supports our favorite player and conveniently overlook their flaws. And that's what makes the GOAT debate so tricky. Stats get cherry-picked, narratives get spun, and in the end, it's more about personal preference than any objective measure of greatness. But what if there was a way to cut through all the noise, to leave the bias and personal preferences behind, and finally settle this debate once and for all, objectively, with cold, hard data? After years of endless arguments and heated discussions, I decided to create something that could do just that: the GOAT calculator. This isn't just another tool for counting rings or comparing highlights. The GOAT calculator removes all the subjective narratives and focuses purely on the numbers. It dives deep into advanced metrics, efficiency, impact, longevity, and even era-adjusted dominance. It's built to consider every factor that truly matters, giving us a clear, data-backed answer to the age-old question: who's the greatest NBA player of all time? Here's how it works. The GOAT calculator evaluates players across 3 major dimensions. First up, individual achievements. This covers MVPs, Finals MVPs, All-Star and All-NBA selections, and even newer accolades like the NBA Cup MVP. Each award is assigned a specific point value to reflect how dominant a player was during their career. Next is team success. Championships matter, there's no denying that, but so does a player's contribution to those titles. That's why rings and NBA Cup wins are carefully weighted to measure a player's overall impact on their team's triumphs. And then there's career statistics. This includes the classic numbers: points, rebounds, assists, but also dives deep into advanced metrics. For example, the player efficiency rating, which measures a player's per-minute performance, or win shares, which calculates how many wins a player added to their team. Every stat is factored in to paint a complete picture of a player's career. But here's where things get really interesting. The GOAT calculator isn't just one size fits all. You can adjust the weight of each category or criteria to build your own GOAT formula. Think championships matter more? Crank up their importance. Want to emphasize peak performance or longevity? You could tweak those too. And the best part? It doesn't just give you a name, it shows you why. The calculator provides a detailed breakdown of each player's resume: championships won, MVPs, Finals MVPs, advanced stats like career win shares, player efficiency rating, and more. And the result you'll get is a nuanced, data-driven understanding of what makes a player truly great. It's not just about who's the GOAT, it's about why they're the GOAT, and what specific achievements and qualities set them apart from the rest. With that being said, based on the current scoring criteria, here are the top 10 greatest NBA players of all time. Coming in at number 10, we've got Wilt Chamberlain, the man who rewrote the record books. 100 points in a single game, career stats that look straight out of a video game, and records that still seem untouchable. But here's the catch. Despite all his dominance, his GOAT score takes a hit when you weigh championships and Finals MVPs, keeping him at the bottom of the top 10. At number 9, it's Larry Legend. Larry Bird's all-around brilliance is undeniable. 3 MVPs, 2 Finals MVPs, and one of the most unique skill sets the game's ever seen. However, his relatively short career compared to others keeps him from climbing higher on this list. Number 8 belongs to the Big Diesel. Shaquille O'Neal was pure dominance in the paint. 4 championships, 3 Finals MVPs, and a force that cannot be stopped at his peak. But free throw struggles and lapses in conditioning knock his overall score down just a bit. At number 7 is the Black Mamba himself. Kobe Bryant's legacy speaks for itself. 5 rings, 2 Finals MVPs, and an unmatched killer mentality that inspired an entire generation. His scoring accolades are legendary, but when you factor in efficiency and advanced metrics, Kobe lands just outside the top 5. Number 6 belongs to Showtime. Magic Johnson redefined what it meant to be a point guard. He had 5 championships, 3 MVPs, and even a Finals MVP in his rookie year. But his relatively short career compared to others leaves him just shy of cracking the top 5. Now, we're in the top 5. At number 5, we've got the big fundamental. Tim Duncan's resume is about as flawless as it gets. 5 championships, 3 Finals MVPs, and 2 regular season MVPs. He wasn't flashy, but his consistency and dominance on both ends of the floor were unmatched. Coming in at number 4 is the ultimate winner, Bill Russell. 11 championships in 13 seasons, 2 MVPs, and one of the greatest defensive presences in NBA history. But because this calculator values all-around contributions, his lack of offensive numbers keeps him from breaking into the top 3. As crazy as it might sound, the king comes in at number 3. LeBron James, with 4 championships, 4 MVPs, and the all-time scoring record, has built a resume that most players could only dream of. But what truly separates LeBron from nearly everyone else on this list is his versatility and longevity. Over 22 seasons, starting as an 18-year-old phenom and continuing into his 40s, he's been the NBA's ultimate Swiss Army knife, seamlessly playing point guard, small forward, power forward, or whatever his team needed. His advanced metrics are otherworldly. A career PER of 27.2, and an incredible 254.3 win shares. At number 2, we've got the skyhook himself, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. For 2 decades, Kareem dominated the league, racking up 6 MVPs, 6 championships, and a nearly 40-year reign as the NBA's all-time leading scorer. His consistency and longevity are unmatched, but even with all that hardware, he falls just short of the top spot. And at number 1, no surprises here, the GOAT calculator crowns Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 10 scoring titles, and a legacy that redefined basketball greatness. What makes MJ's case so compelling, according to the calculator, is his ability to dominate when it mattered most. When the stakes were highest, Jordan was unstoppable. His finals MVPs, unmatched efficiency, and killer instinct all contribute to his GOAT score of 128.9. What's even more remarkable is that no matter how you adjust the scoring criteria, Jordan consistently ranks at or near the top. It's a testament to the completeness of his game, his dominance, and a career that left no room for debate. But here's the best part. You don't have to take my word for it. This list, it's just one interpretation. Head over to All Ball Sports GOAT Calculator, link down below, and see for yourself. Adjust the scoring criteria, tweak the metrics, and find out who your GOAT is. Maybe you think longevity should weigh more heavily, or perhaps playoff dominance is what truly matters to you. The numbers don't lie, but they might just surprise you. You might walk away with a new appreciation for your favorite player, or even change your mind entirely. So click the link in the description, give it a try, and see where your favorite player ranks. Let us know what you think in the comments, and as always, see you in the next video.